Very good afternoon, fellow Zimbabweans. We come again today on the first day of our 21-day national lockdown. This is going to be a very trying time for most of us, and I know things are not easy, particularly for the informal sector, who have to make do every day with what they sell at the marketplace. We want to encourage Zimbabweans to be loving to one another, to show each other love, to share what we have, share with your neighbor. You'll be amazed what God can do for you if you start sharing what you have with your neighbor. And that's our encouragement. We also urge government to come in and help. We need social safety nets from government to help Zimbabweans to manage this 21-day national shutdown. Do not abandon your people, government. Help the people of Zimbabwe to manage during this hard time. So this is our first day of the national lockdown, and we just want to make a review and give advice to Zimbabweans and encourage one another so that we increase our stamina as we go and we do our countdown. The purpose of this national shutdown is, number one, to interrupt transmission of coronavirus within our communities. And secondly, to buy us a valuable time so that we can do those important things that actually bring a definitive end to the coronavirus infection. We want to reduce pressure on the healthcare delivery system so that we can manage. If we have few cases at a time, we can manage. And that's what we call flattening the curve. And we want to keep the curve very flat so that our healthcare delivery system is not overwhelmed. This national shutdown gives us a second window of opportunity, once again, to prepare and to manage coronavirus outbreak more correctly. The World Health Organization has released a number of definitive measures that we must take as a government in order to capitalize fully on this 21-day national lockdown. In itself, it will not stop coronavirus. If we don't take these other extra measures, we are going to have big problems once the national lockdown is over. We'll have a resurgence of infections, we'll have a new outbreak, and we'll have wasted valuable time for the people of Zimbabwe. So we urge government to look very, very seriously at the measures that the WHO has recommended that we all take as governments in order to make sure that at the end of our lockdown, we have actually locked out coronavirus. Number one, we must train and deploy health workers. We must capacitate them with the necessary protective equipment, and we must make them feel safe at work. So healthcare workers are our frontline defense system, and we must capacitate them. That's number one. If they remain incapacitated as they are now, we are wasting time. We're wasting the people's time. Number two, we must identify and equip treatment facilities, isolation facilities nationwide. We must equip them to a level that really helps patients. We must make sure we have all the necessary equipment and medicines for treatment and other supportive measures like ventilators and so forth. So let's equip our institutions. This is our window of opportunity. Let's not waste it. We will not have another one. Number three, let's intensify case finding within the community, because if we don't identify the cases that are there in the community, once the lockdown is over, the natural spread of infection will start again and we'll have a new outbreak. Number four, we must increase capacity to test. Let's import more tests. Let's test as many as we can. Let's test hundreds of thousands and make sure that anybody and everybody who needs testing, any suspicious case is tested. We must spend money on testing. Number five, we must employ an all-of-government approach to controlling COVID-19. There is no ministry, there is no department that is exempt from dealing with the COVID-19 and from handling and supporting our COVID-19 control efforts. And lastly, let's develop and disseminate clear guidelines to all health workers on how to deal with suspects and cases. Up till now, healthcare workers don't have any guidelines on what to do when they see a case, when they see a suspect, how to handle them, where to take the specimens. They don't even have the protective equipment. This is our window of opportunity. The lockdown is simply a window of opportunity to right the wrongs that we had in the past. So this is the advice that we have from the experts, and we urge government to take this. And to all Zimbabweans, we know, as we have said before, this is a hard time. Let's show love to one another, and let's keep good mental health. Good mental health. Read that book you have always wanted to read and you didn't have time. Some of you have wanted to read the Bible through and through. This is the opportunity. 3 weeks, 3 full weeks at home, you can read your Bible and get closer to God. Remember all the other essentials that we have mentioned before in terms of control measures. The issue of hand washing, thorough hand washing for 30 seconds or so with soap and water. This is much better than the use of sanitizers. Let's not concentrate too much on sanitizers. Let's concentrate on what we have. We have soap and we have water in Zimbabwe. Let's use that. It's adequate for the control of coronavirus spread. Don't touch your face often. And that's why we say masks are sometimes not good, because once you wear a mask, you want to continuously adjust it and you'll be touching your face all the time. Spreading the infection from doorknobs and tabletops to your face, to your mucosal membranes, and getting the infection that you shouldn't otherwise have. Social distancing, we can't overemphasize that. No gatherings, keep away from people, keep a safe distance. Let's remember our cough etiquette. Cough into your elbow, cough, into a tissue paper which you dispose of immediately in a bin. That's very important in infection control. Let's make bold prayers to God. Very bold prayers at this time, Zimbabweans. We don't want coronavirus to take over Zimbabwe. We have got complete faith that Zimbabwe can be spared from this infection. If we do all these things that we have mentioned, and at the same time call upon our God to help us, He will help us indeed. So I thank you. This is day number 1. We'll try to give daily updates as we go along. As far as I know, we still have only 7 confirmed positive cases, among them 1 deceased. And we would like to keep that figure as low as that. God bless Zimbabwe.